Hello, everybody. I just saw The Purge. Now, I would not say it's a bad movie, but I wouldn't say it's a good movie either. I felt rage, happiness, no sadness, and mostly rage, I think. You know, in fact, this movie kind of it made me want to go out and start killing people. I don't know, we're not gonna get into that though. But anyway, there were a lot of annoying things I've had with this movie. I don't know if I'm gonna give you, I can't even tell right now if I'm gonna give you a plot summary or just skip to the main fucking point. But basically, we all know what this movie's about. It's about purging motherfuckers. It's like once every year, these people are given a chance to take out their frustrations on society. And by doing so, they just kill people. And they get it all out of their system, you know, like a huge killing orgy almost. It's like, hey, people go around together, hunting, killing, all kinds of bullshit. For one night, 12 hours. 12 hours of nonstop murdering. Now, the main character's family does not take part in the purge. In fact, they've been part of the effort of making sure everybody's safe during the purge. And the guy, we'll call him Ned Flanders, because that's basically who he was. It was about Ned Flanders protecting Rod, Todd, and Maud. Even though one of them was a girl, but we'll get into that later. And the movie goes on, you know, girl has a boyfriend who wants to purge the dad, but she's unaware about that shit. And she's like, hey, don't worry, babe. And for some stupid reason, she doesn't know. Like, the guy's in the house after they close the place up. And I'm like, are you crazy, bitch? This guy's obviously trying to kill your dad because he turned down some pussy to do it. He was like, I can't do this. She's like, why? I have to have your dad's permission. I need to talk to your dad mano to mano about me dating you. And she's like, oh, okay. I'll just wait in my room then. You know, it doesn't really concern me. And I'm like, what the fuck? This dude's obviously gonna go to kill your dad. And she doesn't see this shit happening. And it takes about 30 minutes to get to the dad for some fucking reason. I don't know. I was just sitting there in the theater like, what's going on here? It's like their house cannot be that big where it takes them like 10 to 20 minutes to reach the fucking master bedroom. And then around that time, the dumbass son, who's a weirdo, we all get to know he's a weirdo from the beginning. The dumbass son sees the black guy running out and is like, help me, please, I want shelter. And I'm like, oh boy, here it goes. And he unseals the fucking security and the guy runs in here. And as you know from the previous told you, these sick fucks were trying to kill him, and they're like, please give him back to us or we'll kill you. And I'm like, damn. What an ultimatum. What a hard choice between a hobo and my beloved family members. And you know what? There is absolutely no structure in this fucking family at all. I'm sitting here like, yo, what the fuck is going on? These dudes need to hurry up and come up with a plan or some shit. One girl's still crying over the dickhead boyfriend who's gonna purge the fuck out of her dad. The other one wants to save this guy by directing him throughout the house through this robot, this baby robot he has with a red eye that he uses to navigate the fucking house. And he's like trying to help him out. Meanwhile, no one else is aware about this shit. And the black guy has a knife, so he could have killed one of his family members. And I really want to beat this little kid's ass. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're jeopardizing your family. Never go against the family. I don't care who it is, especially a hobo. I hate to say it, but this is one of the movies I wanted the black guy to die or something. I was like, please get rid of this motherfucker. Why are y'all keeping him in your house? I'm like, if this was my family, I'd have kicked his ass out of somebody saying, oh shit, you need him? But of course, for some reason, I think it was all part of the elaborate plan to be able to kill them all anyway, because they cut the power. They cut the power so it's all dark and shit, so they can't even see. They can't even fucking see. So they had to go around with flashlights looking for this dude. And the guy takes the daughter hostage, and eventually they are able to subdue him. And while they're subduing him, they're like, look at the animals we've become. Oh, it's just like that one Linkin Park song. We can't go on like this any longer. We gotta stop this. I'm like, bitch, it's him or you. And they all feel bad about it. And while they're all pussyfooting around, where the guys all, there's a lot of duct tape in this movie, by the way. They all tied up and shit. And the guy's like, oh, fuck. You're out of time, son. We're about to take down your shit, and we're gonna kill you, and we're gonna kill the hobo. And I'm like, yo, well, I guess, I should have seen this coming. Horror movie or thriller movie, nobody's that fucking smart, right? That door makes me paranoid as fuck. I just feel like somebody's gonna come out of that shit. I've seen too much thrillers. But anyway. The movie continues. They wrap a chain around this big ass truck they got. And I'm like, damn. So they are able to take down the fucking door because the guy says, well, it's not impenetrable. It's mostly for show. And I'm like, wow, you kind of been scamming people, haven't you, Ned Flanders? No wonder they kind of want to kill your ass. But anyway, I don't really get into that shit. And they are able to break into the house and they send the dumbass son into the basement. And you know what he does? He has like this, I'm gonna use one of my mom's fucking weights, whatever, these pussy things, and as an example for the flashlight. The flashlight stays on, right? He's in a dark area with the flashlight, pretty much giving away his location, like. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, everybody in the theater's like, turn off the fucking flashlight, right? I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? And I'm like, yo, turn it off. And you think he turns it off, right? And, oh, that kind of made me dizzy. You think he turned it off. This motherfucker was just had it in the ground, then he has it out again, and obviously one of the motherfuckers sees him, and like, oh, and he almost gets purged. But his dad purged that motherfucker instead. And I'm like, yo, that motherfucker got purged. So that's shocking, but not really, because the kids never die in these kinds of movies. And the dad, I gotta say, he kicked all kinds of ass. He purged like 5 or 6 motherfuckers. He had like this, wasn't even a double-barrel shotgun, I'm not sure what it's called. It was a big-ass gun, and he was fucking purging motherfuckers. He stabbed somebody, I don't know, it was some crazy shit. I was like, damn, this dad's kind of badass. He should have been a purge pro. This dude was out, if he was out purging, yo, it'd be like some Breaking Bad shit. But anyway, he gets stabbed by the main villain guy who kisses him for some reason. He's like, oh, your soul's been cleansed. I'm like, ugh. And eventually the neighbors come in and save their asses. And they're like, oh, thank you. We thought we were dead. He's like, oh, but you are dead. We want to be the ones to purge you. And I'm like, yo. So then they're all doing this purge prayer to save for time. And I'm like, oh, boy, of course. No suspense in that one. And then the black guy shows up, and he purges some motherfuckers. I'm like, yo! And he punches one of them, and he purges another one of them. And then they're like, the wife's like, no, we're not killing anyone now, because the dad's dead, and she's upset. He doesn't want to kill anyone. She's like, we're gonna have the rest of this night in fucking peace. And so then it's like 7 a.m., right? And I'm like, yo! They're just sitting there, not purging each other. I would have killed them motherfuckers, but I guess it's not me. It's not Mecha Slash, the movie, though there should be a movie about me. Whew. There should be a movie about me, but there's not. Put me in the motherfucking purge. I'd purge every single one of them motherfuckers. But anyway, the woman sits there and almost lets go of her gun. One of the crazy bitches wants to take the gun and shoot her, but she uses the back of the gun to break the woman's nose. I'm like, yo, badass. By the way, the neighbors wanted to kill him because they felt jealous because the husband was making so much money off of security systems, off of them, and they're living there, and they felt like they were showing off. Jealousy really goes kind of far in movies like these. But anyway, the purge ends, and the homeless guy walks off, and she's like, thank you. And I'm like, wait a minute. The only reason this happened was because this motherfucker was in your house? Now, mind you, it was the dumbass son's fault. Anyway, so, I don't even know. The only reason the dad died was over some dusty-ass homeless person anyway. Now, I know the movie's trying to teach us some good morals or whatever, but let's be real. None of you motherfuckers will do that shit. At least I hope not. If you do, you'll kill more people than you save. So think about that shit, too. And, I'd like to see a YouTube purge, pretty much, like how everybody really feels and shit. Because not everybody's real like me. I like to see more people be like open about their shit, like a YouTube purge. People attacking each other on live television. YouTube commentators, anime reviewers, just going all out. I'd love to see a YouTube purge. Fuck Comedy Week. I want to see the YouTube purge. But anywho, I can't say don't see this movie, but I also say you don't have to see this movie. I'm kind of wanting my money back. It was only like an hour, 25 minutes. They really should charge less for movies like that. They really should. Like shorter movies with lower quality, make it $5. Why it gotta be $11? You gotta spend $10 on snacks and shit. What the fuck? But anywho, I'd give it like a 5 or maybe a 6 out of 10 at most. But it wasn't a good movie, but it wasn't also a bad movie. I'm kind of tired on money right now. I shouldn't be seeing these movies, especially since Man of Steel comes out next week. I'm kind of pissed off. But alas, what can you do? It was an impulse buy. I felt like driving around with my friend, so I went to go see it with him, and I'm all pissed because I spent more money. And I just bought Project Cross Zone, and God, anyway, that's the movie review for tonight. And you will get a one next week for Man of Steel 2013. Look for it. Purge, baby!